Imagine a houseplant sitting quietly on your windowsill. No wires, no batteries, no moving parts. Now, imagine that same plant producing electricity 24/7, silently powering an LED light using nothing more than sunlight, water, and living soil. It sounds like science fiction. But it isn't. This is real science, and it's already happening. Welcome to the astonishing world of plant-generated electricity. How can a plant produce electricity? Plants don't just grow leaves and roots, they run a complex underground chemical economy. During photosynthesis, plants absorb sunlight and convert it into energy-rich sugars. While most of these sugars are used for growth, a significant portion is leaked into the soil through the roots. This process is called rhizodeposition. Now here's the magic part. Those sugars feed electrochemically active bacteria living around the roots. As these bacteria digest the sugars, they release free electrons as a byproduct. If you place electrodes in the soil, one near the roots, called the anode, and one closer to the surface, called the cathode, those electrons can be captured and guided through a circuit. That flow of electrons is electricity. This system is known as a plant microbial fuel cell, or PMFC, and yes, it works in a pot. The electricity never stops. Unlike solar panels that stop working at night, plant-based electricity has a stunning advantage. It runs 24 hours a day. Why? Because plants photosynthesize during the day. The sugars stay in the soil. Microbes keep feeding day and night. As long as the plant is alive, watered, and receiving light, the electrical reaction continues indefinitely. This is why, researchers often describe plant electricity as perpetual low-power energy. You're not harvesting the plant, you're not harming it, you're just tapping into its natural metabolic excess. So, what plants work best? Not all plants generate electricity equally. The best performers share a few traits: dense root systems, constant moisture, and active microbial ecosystems. Top performers include moss, which is actually one of the strongest producers, rice plants, which are widely studied for their bioelectric output, wetland plants that thrive in oxygen-poor soil, and houseplants with thick roots. Moss is the standout champion. It doesn't need deep soil, it tolerates constant moisture, and it produces steady electrical output, making it, honestly, ideal for indoor setups. Can it really power an LED? Well, yes, but with realistic expectations. A single plant isn't going to power your fridge or your phone, but it can power things like low-voltage LEDs, environmental sensors, clocks, and even tiny wireless transmitters. Researchers have already shown LEDs glowing continuously, outdoor pathway lights powered by plants, and sensors running for years without any batteries. By connecting several plant pots in series, you can actually increase the voltage. And with capacitors, energy can be stored and then released in bursts, which makes the whole system even more practical. So, how does a potted setup work, conceptually? You don't need to build this to get the idea, but here's the basic rundown. You start with a non-metal pot filled with moist soil. Then, you bury a carbon-based anode near the roots and place a cathode closer to the soil surface. Wires connect those electrodes to an LED or a storage circuit. The plant just grows like it normally would. You water it just like any other houseplant. The electricity just flows silently in the background. There's no fuel, no noise, no emissions. Really, no fuel, no noise, and no emissions at all. Why does this technology matter? Plant electricity isn't going to replace our power grids, but it really changes the way we think about energy. This technology could power remote sensors in forests and farms, replace batteries in environmental monitoring, provide light in off-grid regions, help reduce electronic waste, and even operate in places where solar and wind just can't. But most importantly, it proves something pretty revolutionary. Energy can be grown. Not mined, not burned, not manufactured. Grown. The future of living power is honestly pretty exciting. Scientists are already working on things like bio-powered cities, roads that are lit by plant electricity, self-powered greenhouses, and living infrastructure. As the efficiency keeps improving, the real question won't be, does it work? But why aren't we using it everywhere? A quiet plant producing clean energy, day and night, for years. This might just be one of the most underestimated technologies on Earth. Energy can be grown.